Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Opportunities often come when you least expect them, but if you stay prepared and handle them professionally, you'll be ready when the right ones come. Make sure you're positioned for your success by building your coaching profile on Coach Portal today. Upload your resume, track job movement, and be ready when the next opportunity calls. Sign up now for your free 6-month trial at coach-portal.com. Enter the code CCPodcast and make your next move. In coaching, opportunities often show up when you least expect them. A mid-season opening, a surprise phone call, or a quick referral from somebody in your network. How you handle that moment can define your next move. Today on The Next Move, presented by Coach Portal, we're breaking down how to handle unexpected job opportunities the right way so you're prepared to act professionally, protect your current role, and position yourself for career growth. And if you haven't already, make sure you claim your free 6-month trial on Coach Portal. Build your coaching profile, track job movement, and stay ahead of opportunities before they happen. Go to coach-portal.com, enter the code CCPodcast, and make your next move. Joining me today on The Next Move to discuss this topic is the running backs coach at Bowling Green State University, Josh Crawford. Josh, great to have you here.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. Shout out to the coaching portal. I appreciate the opportunity.
These come up probably now more often than not because we're getting away from those traditional cycles. People make moves late. So you do have to be ready. Job opportunities may come at the least expected time.
Absolutely.
What are your tips for handling these kinds of situations?
Well, I got a few. So this actually just happened, to me back in March. Coach George got a call to come here at Bowling Green. A lot of coaching movements don't happen in spring ball. So I'll say the first thing was, stay professional, where you at. At Tennessee State, I was still at Tennessee State. It's an old saying that my old college coach, Coach Mason, always said, just be where your feet are. One of my teammates said that, Orrin Burks, who played, in the NFL this past season. He always said, be where your feet are. My feet were still at Tennessee State, so I stayed professional there, still showed up to work every single day, developing a young man in the room, and just showed up to work every single day. I would say the next one would be just take time to evaluate everything that's going on. Is it a better opportunity for you? Not just for you, but for your family. If you have a family, I'm married with a 1-year-old. So I had to make sure, take some time to evaluate. This is a better situation for me personally and professionally. Next thing was just making sure I was ready, man. The old saying, stay ready, you never have to get ready, right? So make sure I had all my film together, my updated resume, my guide, my coaching manual, tape, all of that, my coaching, my coach progression, everything, just having all that together. And then, of course, I consulted with some people that I really trusted. I think that was another important thing. Consulted with some of my best friends, other people that's been in the industry, that's been coaching, that's went through these type of things. This was my first time going through a situation like this. So just making sure that I was, using all my resources, reaching out to coaches high and low. I've been able to, reach out to some mentors. I have some mentors in the profession. So I was able to, talk to them, get some really, really good advice on, how to navigate this essentially coaching portal. And last but not least, but just being thankful for the opportunity at Tennessee State. I learned so much there, grew there. My son was born in Tennessee. I met my wife in Tennessee, in Nashville. So just being grateful for the time that we spent there. That Tennessee State gave me my first opportunity. I continue to stay professional throughout the whole way and just being grateful for the opportunity. So I would say those are some tips that I would give, to any young coach, to any coach out there that's navigating the coaching portal. If opportunity comes, the biggest thing is, man, staying ready so you never got to get ready.
Yeah, I think those are some really good tips. And I think it's important to understand, even when you're exploring these opportunities, you always have that ability to say no. As you get into it, it might not be the right opportunity for that time. So you talked about your, the unexpected opportunity, but looking at either something you've experienced over the past or what you see other coaches doing, what do you think are some of the mistakes that are made when these opportunities come up unexpectedly?
That's a great question. I think one of the big ones is not being professional where you're at the moment. You kind of think that, whoever calls, I'm going to get this job. And it's been many a times in this profession where a coach takes a new job and he doesn't bring along his whole staff. So just being professional where you're at, and then Also, having those tough conversations with, yourself, with your family. Is it the right fit? Is it the right move? Just like you just said, right? It's okay to say no if it's not the right fit for you. Not every coach made the trip with us. Some coaches had the opportunity, some didn't. But at the end of the day, biggest thing is you got to stay ready, and you got to make sure you have those tough conversations with yourself, with your family, and with the people that you trust.
So it's always the first time that this happens to you that you're not quite sure how to do it. What advice do you have to a young coach who gets that call out of the blue about a new role?
I would say first and foremost, man, pray about it. I'm big on faith. Faith is something that you should stay rooted in, stay grounded in. So first and foremost, man, pray about it. Ask God, to guide you through the situation. What does that look like? What does it look like for you? Have that conversation, those tough conversations with yourself, with God, and then also, have those conversations with your family. If you're married at the time, that's the DFO, I'll call it, direction of family operations. You got to make sure the DFO at home is good. Make sure the family is good. It's got to be the right thing. So I would say first and foremost, pray about it. Consult with guys that in the industry. If you have mentors in the industry, consult with them to get a better understanding of how this goes. But I would for sure say pray, talk to the family, and consult your mentors, man. And then while you're doing all of that, making sure you're being prepared for if you do have the opportunity that you seize it.
Josh, those are some great tips. I appreciate you taking a minute here to share those with us. I know that helps coaches out here in the profession to handle some of these situations right. You have to have a plan for everything. So good luck to you, and congrats on the move to Bowling Green State University, and good luck to the Falcons here in 2025.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm thankful to be here, to be here in the great state of Ohio. The bowling, that grass is always green, Ohio. That's what I've learned about it now. So I'm thankful to be here, Keith. Thanks for having me. Coach Portable, thanks for having me. And go Falcons.
Opportunities often come when you least expect them, but if you stay prepared and handle them professionally, you'll be ready when the right ones come. Make sure you're positioned for your success by building your coaching profile on Coach Portal today. Upload your resume, track job movement, and be ready when the next opportunity calls. Sign up now for your free 6-month trial at coach-portal.com. Enter the code CC Podcast and make your next move.